All right. So this is not another lesson. We already went live already. This is a test. I'm trying to see if I can get my brother on and see if he's going to be able to connect and uh, go live. So this is a test, not a lesson or anything like that. All right. Let's see. Mm. All right, this is just a test, you all. Just a test. All right, I'm trying to see to invite someone onto the live stream, but I'm not getting it. Let's see. Let me see. This is just a test. This is just a test. All right, let's see now. See if he'll be able to come on now. This is just a test. This will be deleted. All right, this is just a test. Just a test, everyone. So, trying to see if my brother can come on and see what happens. Just a test. Just all right. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Baby.
Hold on. It's about to be on and popping. It's about to be on and
Oh,
yes, sir.
it is on.
Let me put my earpiece in, man.
Popping. Not stopping.
But now, was it hard? What was the issue?
You know what it was? My dumb behind
Oh,
didn't scroll up all the way to see join. But
oh.
this time the color picture came through.
All
The
right.
last time it was that black and white, but now you got it together.
All right. Great. Great, man. Well, we know
Yeah,
that it works. I told him that
it
this is
works.
just a test, but we got 102 people watching us now.
All right. What's up, y'all? Bless the
can,
people of God and
can
the
you see the
people on their
number?
way to God.
Can you see the number?
I
Or is it just
see, I think it's just you. I see six. I see 1 and 6.
yeah,
Like in the
160
right.
right now. Yeah,
Ooh,
160 right now.
you the man.
Yeah, man. So, hey, guys, listen up. This is my brother, Elder Brooks. He's going to be bringing the word here on the channel. First guest to come and bring the word live. So,
Oh
uh,
man, what a privilege, man. I appreciate you, man.
man, so I know you got something for us, man. So, we just have to sit down and figure out a time and date, man, so that
Yeah,
we can do it and properly promote it and the whole nine.
yeah. I might even do a review of something I just talked about.
Uh,
Sunday's message is still relevant and still fresh on my mind. It talked about the omnipresence of God,
mm, all right.
and when God. My title was "When God is Your Audience."
When God is your audience,
Yeah, it's your
ooh,
audience. Like
ooh,
when you go to perform, when you go and do something, there's always an audience of somebody, an
ah,
onlooker. But when God
uh-huh,
is there,
uh,
he's the most important part. He doesn't sit there like others to be critical and negative and try to find fault and failure in you.
ooh,
But
wait,
when God is there,
Uh-huh.
His grace is there. His mercy is there. Everything that makes God God
Uh-huh.
sits there with him.
Ooh, wee, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. I was wondering, man, I'm trying to see, because I know you go live every Wednesday.
Every
And
Wednesday. And
every
other days I'm available though.
all right. You go live every Wednesday
At 8.
and at 8.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely want to promote that. But I don't know if you got, how much room you got on your friends list to add people like that. But
Oh
we can
man, this thing is like greater than that because I've been seeing the numbers that you've been having. Man, YouTube is well listen, YouTube will build you up. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
yes,
You
sir.
talk about increase and number of volumes and exposure.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know who's all behind the cameras and all behind the lenses and the viewers. But listen, it's a great opportunity, man, for YouTube. It's better.
Yeah. Like I just did the prayer and Bible band lesson, and I think it was 1,300 people came by and saw the video.
Lord have
That don't mean
mercy.
they all stayed. That don't mean they all
Right.
stayed. But 1,300 people came by. I had like 160 on that all together at one time.
Man, who
Yeah.
wouldn't take that? Not that we do
Right.
it for views, but
Right.
just that exposure is like, man,
Right. Yeah. So,
that's
uh,
phenomenal.
and then you seeing the people like you asking them where they from, and they're like Egypt, Greece,
Right. Right.
uh, you know,
Right.
just seeing the response, people with prayer requests, people dealing with different things that you can pray for right on the live, and
Yeah.
they start to
Because
follow you, and
I'm
mm,
seeing people asking questions about alpha, go alpha mode on us.
yeah, and then you hear sometimes the comment section may not be too too
That
nice.
audience, look, there go that audience again.
Right, right. So
Because
I
that's you're right, because you can't stop who clicking in. And
right,
they talking about somebody barking or something. The alpha
yeah,
male, I guess that's what it is.
yeah. I guess so.
Yeah,
So
that's the new hot button name because they
really,
now they got alpha male and now they go alpha female.
oh, all
And
right.
it's like in 20 years ago, we didn't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
No,
something that's just been regenerated or introduced to the language of,
uh, no,
you
Annie,
know,
we didn't take that as you being mean. We just trying to figure out what it is you talking about.
unless they want us to bark, like the alpha male or the
Yeah, like
the
some
Omega
omega, some
Sci-Fi, huh? Yeah,
yeah. You want us you wanted to throw it up, right?
or the
Nah.
crook, the hook. Well, one lady told me at the store, she asked me had I
Mm-hmm.
pledged at work, and I
Mm-hmm.
said no. I said I thought about pledging. Nothing against the Omega. I got some good brothers. And then she asked my age,
Mm-hmm.
and then she said, "Nah, you're too old to be barking." They said, "Nah, you're too old to be barking."
I heard that,
Nothing
man.
against them brothers, but they some good down to earth brothers. Nothing
Uh-huh.
if y'all listen to Divine Nine. More
Yeah.
strength and respect to all of y'all and what y'all do because y'all doing some great stuff,
Mm-hmm.
um, naturally and spiritually. So hey, we recognize and respect it. So we're not throwing shade or nothing. But that's what the lady said. I was too um, old to be barking.
Wow. Now, what I really wish is I'm
Hmm.
playing around with some things now, but I really wish that I could like move me off
No,
and
you're
give
good. You're good. The dual screen is good
all right.
because it sees the creator of the concept and it gives you that interview, that podcast thing because then you're not just a voice like Vlad is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know how
got you.
Vlad is, and he can
Mm-hmm.
be off and be saying crazy stuff to people, but it
Right.
shows you interaction and your interaction with others. So that's cool.
Now, your is this the same phone you go live with on Wednesdays that you
This is the
using
same
now?
phone. Yes, sir.
I was hoping that it was a different phone. I'm just saying
Now
because
I can get I can get the iPad. The iPad.
All right, so you can go live on your Facebook channel on your
Yeah,
iPad, and then
yeah,
use this and do them both at the same time.
really.
So I mean, it's taking one work and making it work double. I mean, we
I
just
see.
casting the net over a larger group of
Just
people.
throwing it out, just beaming it even further, huh?
Yes,
Launching
sir.
into the deep. Okay,
Yes, sir. So that you're
that's
not
something.
doing double the. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So like Hannah be doing,
John
because
Hanna.
Hannah has the Instagram and he has a Facebook, both of them going at the same time.
All right. All right.
But in that
Yeah.
in that realm, but
Mhm.
I see what you're saying. It'll be
Mhm.
uh YouTube and it will be local.
Your face. Yep. Your Facebook,
I got you. Yeah,
and
yeah.
and then
That's what he do.
we can definitely, we don't never know where people are watching it from, but if anybody's
Right.
in your area, we definitely can tell them about the church.
Oh,
Um,
definitely want
promote
to
the
get into
church.
that, man, because I said I would come on and join and turn it over to the maestro or
Man,
the director.
I can't
Man, you
wait to hear what it is that the Lord is gonna say through you,
oh
bro.
man, that's gonna be some great stuff. We always have great discussions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we discuss for understanding,
Yes,
not
sir.
for debate, and
No.
to see who's right and who know. We never been that way, and we share information for the benefit of
Mm-hmm.
learning. And look, I always liked you and respected you because you had a broader perspective, and sometimes um, you can't. I'm on this audience thing.
Mm-hmm.
In your audience, in Jesus' audience, there was always the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and that idea and their deflections and then their insinuations and then their doubt and their the naysayer and them always came out.
Mm-hmm.
He could do the best thing ever, and everything he did was the best thing and good and meant for those people. But even when you're doing and trying to do your best, be prepared for that critic. Be
Mm-hmm.
prepared for the he had to accept a lot of stuff that was demeaning and degrading. And he when they say in Philippians that he humbled himself. Now here I am, God in the flesh, the Almighty. I know the purpose, the plans, and I know everything that I got going on, and I got to sit
Mm-hmm.
up here and take this jump
Yeah.
from these people. I got to sit
Mm-hmm.
up here and deal with them in their ignorance. I got to deal with every area of life,
Mm.
and then I got to go die for them.
Oh, that part.
Yeah, like I'm humble enough to die for them. I'm working. I got the title. I'll share it with you, but I'm gonna work on the message. I don't know if I'll do it this Sunday. Uh, do you have enough pride to be humble? It's kind of
Hold
like an
on now.
oxymoron.
That's
It's
some
like
I see what you're
it's
doing there.
you see what I'm saying? Do you got enough
Uh,
pride to be humble?
do you have enough pride to be humble?
And it's
Pride,
like,
you
woo,
using pride in the good sense of the word.
yeah, because some people could get caught up. It's a two edged. It's a what those mirrors that
Double
you could be.
entendre
Yeah,
or something like
it's
that.
like a oh man, it's like that those mirrors at the fair and the carnivals where
Uh-huh.
you think you're going through this one, but
Mm-hmm.
that's not the right mirror that you're looking in. You see the reflection, but that's not
Oh.
the right one because some people have uh and it asks a challenging question. Well, I got pride and but are you
Mm-hmm.
humble? Do you got enough
Mm-hmm.
pride to be humble? So
Wow.
it makes you think and do a reflection of, man, am I
Do
am
you
I
have
am I over too hyped? What do I think of myself?
Man, that's deep there, man. Yeah,
And I think
I'm gonna
I'm gonna think I'm gonna use the probably do a deal with Jesus asking the disciples, "Who do you say I am?"
mm,
Now he knows who he is.
yeah.
He knows where he came from. He knows all this stuff
Uh-huh.
in his knowledge and foreknowledge. But he asks the question and puts it to them: Who do men say I am? He's not asking for accolades and pat on the back. He's just
Mm-hmm.
testing the waters to show you that I'm gonna ask the question, a rhetorical question.
Mm-hmm.
Now you heard Derrick. Now who do you think I am?
Yeah. Put him on the spot, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he asked Peter always, "Who do you think I am?"
mm.
And and it's good to hear others, but what it comes down to is who do you think I am? And it goes into and who do you think you are? You know, you have to like, man, am I above who do I got enough pride, man? Do I got
Mm.
enough pride to be humble?
Wow.
Now,
Yeah,
when
that's
I
gonna be
pride,
good, bro.
you take note and you gather and you, yeah, I'm proud of myself. I
Mm-hmm.
did good, and we all share those moments about it with our kids
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
accomplishments, and that's expected. This one man used to argue up here that you can't have pride. Pride is a bad thing, and it's like you can't be
Mm.
proud because pride leads to being proud. I said, "There's nothing wrong with being proud of, because
Mm-hmm.
the proudness is there's a lot of things in that that you're showing adoration, admiration. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you're just taking it in, and you're being like, man, you're giving them what's due. We're proud of our kids. We're proud of family members.
Yes.
We're proud of women, and that doesn't mean that I'm overcome with pride.
Right. Right.
That's just the natural thing. Man,
Yeah,
I
you
was
have.
proud of my. I was proud of yeah, my proud of my daughters, proud of my son. I'm proud of
Mm-hmm.
them, man, because they've done so good, and it's just an acknowledgement of, and it's an encouragement. But when you
Mm.
get, do you got enough pride to be humble? And in
Mm.
this world today,
All
mm-mm,
right, I gotta ask you something, man. How your mind
yes,
work, man? How your mind work? How you come up with that, bro?
man,
How you,
I listen. I'm telling you, it's only God. I was teaching last week. Listen,
mm.
live on Bible study. We were talking about, and I'm gonna throw this out there. Um, I asked the question you probably heard: Can you lose your salvation?
Oh man, yeah, boy.
And you
That's
know
the
that
question.
one. And we went through it, and I gave some examples. And I said, now
Mm,
watch the key word is lose and salvation. If you know what salvation is, we're gonna go back into it Wednesday. And
You
then
you you didn't
some
happen to
people,
go over there to John, did you? The book of John, the 10th chapter,
man, what saith it?
the 28th, uh, when he says that no man should be able to pluck them out of my
Mhm.
hand.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I went to, yeah, I'm gonna tell you where I went to. I went and read some excerpts from and took the scripture and read. Now I'm gonna read y'all. Now what we gonna do with this one right here? How many of y'all agree that you can lose it? And some
Mm-hmm.
people said yes. I said, okay. So I read, the things like that. And so I said, I'm gonna play the devil's advocate right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go. I said, now here's the part B of this question. If you believe that you can't lose it, then you believe in once saved, always saved.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what we're going to do with that? Do you believe in once saved, always saved? Because if you believe that you can't lose your salvation, then you
Mm-hmm.
believe that once I'm saved, I'm good to go. But
Oh.
then I went to where Jesus says that, hey, um, the people said, I did this in your name. I fed the hungry in your name. I did this, I did that. And
Mm-hmm.
Jesus tells them, when I was naked, you clothed me not.
Mm.
When I was hungry, you fed me not. I said, now what is he saying here in this little area? And then I went to for the nose. Then I went to the book of Romans. The
Mm-hmm.
Romans the now Romans the book of Romans talks the most about, and Paul goes and hits on other here. But in the book of Romans 1, they hit, and three, they hit on most of the Christian conduct,
Mhm.
because this is where they go and destroy and beat down those in the LGBTQ plus a whatever, whatever.
Mhm.
And I went there and I said, now let's read this. Even though when they knew KNEW God,
New KNEW. Got you.
means that if I know God, I have established a relationship of knowing who He is, knowing what He's about, accepting His word. Even when I knew Him, I exchanged the truth of what His word is to settle into what I wanted it to be, or the things that I felt that God excused me from. There's some sins God says excuse me from, and some he's charging me with. But the other ones that I want to pick out, He's not.
Mhm.
So in Romans, and He said He gave them over.
Mm.
Now
Reprobated.
here's the killer. He gave them over, and this is where people get caught at. They exchange the natural use for the unnatural use, and the
Mhm.
men and this, that, and this, and they worship the creation more than the creator.
Uh-huh.
But if you read down some more, it's about 20 other categories
Mm.
that he turned over into that way. Now,
Mm.
we don't know when a person is turned over to that. I don't want to know, because if you turned over, you're like Saul,
Mm.
King Saul. Samuel tells Saul in the first chapter that before Samuel dies, that Saul, the Lord has taken the kingdom from your hand.
Mm.
You're still the king. You're still in that position. But the Lord has removed himself from your life.
Yeah.
Saul goes on. He didn't kill all the people.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Like he was supposed to.
He uh, they ask him, Saul, did you do what the Lord says? Yeah, yeah, I did it. I did it. Well, I hear the lowing of the oxen and the bleating of the sheep. Oh, you didn't do it all. So
Mm.
Saul goes and gets the witch of Endor. That wasn't enough. He knew that he was in trouble when Samuel first tells him. So when he goes and get the witch of Endor, disguises himself, goes in there and tries to talk to her to see if she has the answer for his
Mm.
what God had already said. And the witch was doing this thing. Then she recognized, oh my God, you're the king. You fooled me.
Right. Why are you doing
But
this?
but watch what happens. God allows her to bring Samuel up again.
Uh-huh.
And Samuel repeats, he says, why do you bother me? Saul, why are you bothering me? I told you that the Lord has taken the kingdom from your hands.
Mm.
Now he confirms it this time. He told him that. He heard him say it. But this
Mm.
time when he confirms it,
Mm-hmm.
the Bible says that his knees buckled. He knew that at
It
that
was
point
over.
it was over.
Mm.
And, and so in the teaching we went on and talked some more. I said, now the plan of salvation doesn't uh, belong. Now this is the plan of salvation, the ritual of salvation. The plan of salvation is given from God, John 3:16.
Mm-hmm.
So for God so loved the world, He brought His Son, gave His Son as the key. We went to Acts 4:12. Neither is there salvation in any other given name under heaven, by which
Mm-hmm.
men must be saved, none other than Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the door on a lot of little avenues and areas.
Yes,
Why?
sir.
And they can try to cancel it out and say, well, why did he say that? Why would he say that? He's not saying nothing. And people doubt the Bible and discredit the Bible, probably haven't read it to understand it, but they'll take it and doubt it because of the seed that's been planted, because of that picture and image, because Jesus
Man.
looks in white. Apparently, it's white, but you mean the dynamic of Jesus, the all knowing, the all powerful, the almighty, is not
Yes.
going to limit himself. You denying that he's who he is because of a little picture.
And I just think like this, bro. When he says they shall not perish, I think he meant it.
Yeah. And this the thing when you say that when God look, I'm teaching, and God gives me this in that. I said, and I'm on just talking. I said you can lose your soul,
Mm-hmm.
but not your salvation,
Ooh.
because you can
Mm-hmm.
lose your soul. The plan of
Wow.
salvation is laid. It ain't changing.
It ain't changing, is it?
The plan of salvation, and people
Uh-huh.
cut it short and say, well, salvation doesn't belong to you per se. It's the plan and the agreement that God has made within
Mm-hmm.
himself for to help his creation out.
Mm-hmm.
The devil is over with for him. He's given over
Mm-hmm.
to his ways. Been given over to the things that he does.
Mm-hmm.
And God yet allows him to function and flourish, apparently to his discretion. But he can't do nothing until God allows him to do it.
Mm.
And people won't understand that. Well, why would God allow the devil? He allows him, he has a purpose. Because if you go back to the Garden of Eden, you got to ask yourself, why didn't he just destroy the evil?
Mm-hmm.
God could
Yes.
he not?
Yeah.
Why did he
Yeah.
just, all three of them got a punishment, but evil didn't get destroyed? And you have to think, well, dang, why did God destroy the devil? He had him right then and there, you know.
Right there.
But as the purpose is, he, oh my God, he is the man. He is he is the instigator. He's the measuring tool. He's
Mm-hmm.
the one that is used
Uh-huh.
against us, and things are allowed. He's used. God has a purpose. We can't explain it, but God has
Mm-mm.
a purpose for the enemy. That's something you could preach that one.
Man, got a purpose for the enemy.
Yeah,
I think evangelist shared Karen Clark shared said, leave my Judas alone.
listen, he did, but because you couldn't do nothing to Judas.
Hmm. Leave him alone. He's
Yeah,
there for a
you
reason.
yeah, whatever his name was,
Hmm.
it could have been Derrick. It could have been Richard. Whatever
Hmm.
his name was, Jesus said, somebody is
He'll
going to
betray me.
betray me.
Uh-huh.
And he stopped in the ditch with everybody asked, is it I, Lord? Is it I, Lord? Is it me, Lord? The one when he
Right.
got specific was that, hey, Peter,
Hmm.
you're gonna deny me
Hmm.
thrice. Not once, but you're gonna no, I ain't gonna do it. Not knowing that
Mm.
this is the Lord, the all-knowing, the all-powerful Lord that knows, I'm telling you, you can fight it and fight it and fight it. And that's what God and Jesus tells us,
Hmm.
you gonna mess up.
Mm.
No, I ain't Lord, I give my hand to the Lord and I'm right, God, come on back.
Oh
No.
man. I'm picking it up now, bro.
You see, we no Lord. No, he says clearly. So prepare yourselves. All have sinned.
Hmm.
When have they sinned? When they sin. Listen, sin
See,
is patient, man.
see, man. All right, so I'm of the thought that as believers,
Hmm.
um, what do believers do? We believe,
That's it. Yeah.
and we keep on believing.
Yeah. He must be. Yeah.
Uh,
He cannot come unless he believes that he is God.
yes. So it's our belief in Him that causes us to repent when we err, because our belief in Him and belief that in Him that He would uh, be just
Restore.
enough to forgive us, yeah, and
Yeah.
restore us.
That's the word. Because
So,
God knows us.
right.
He and that's when I was talking Sunday about omniscience, omnipotent.
Hmm.
God knows our limitations.
Hmm.
God knows how miserable we are. God knows we're suffering from a pre-existing condition.
Wow, man, let me stop, man. Bro,
On sin.
bro, bro, bro. I got to preach not
Look,
this Friday, the Friday after next, man.
come
You
on and
gonna make
talk about it.
you gonna I might man, hold on. A pre-existing condition.
Condition. That's good there. And you can preach that one
Ooh.
because you can go and humble the and you can put some understanding in that no matter where you go or how high you go in God, you'll never be able to wash away.
Mm.
You'll never get rid of yourself.
Hmm. That
That's
might
why
be a
the
little bit over the that might be a little bit over the people's head, man. I don't
but
know,
I
bro.
think you can make it I think you can
I
make it
don't
plain
know.
and just drop it like listen, the mighty
Mm.
all and there's a part in Corinthians where it talks about that the noble and the wise, but God chooses
Hmm.
those things, the foolish things.
Uh-huh.
He ain't going for the greatest. He's going for the teachable. He's going for those that the worst of the worst of us. That pre-existing condition we can't do nothing about, and we would try to put up a facade and make others feel that I have overcome sin.
Can you
You
see?
know?
Oh,
Yeah,
did it
you
freeze?
yeah you froze.
All right, hold on one second. Let
And,
me see something.
okay,
Yeah, let me see something right quick.
yeah, you
If
good
now what happens if somebody else comes on?
in here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like if somebody else, like I sent the link to Bernard, so if he
Hmm.
clicks on it, will it allow three people on or not?
Yeah, it will almost be like probably tantamount to like a Zoom.
All right.
It should be like three, like a three next to each other. However it
Uh.
lines up, it should be like
Oh,
three.
all
But yeah,
right.
man, we are we always, like you said, believing.
Uh-huh.
But our faith is in the power of God.
Hmm. So
Even though,
the individual that will be lost,
yeah,
that's the person that just simply didn't
that's
believe.
the person that unbelief is the one of the unpardonable sins. Unbelief and unforgiveness
Mm.
are the worst, are the sins that do it.
Mm.
Because if you don't believe, you know you ain't gonna forgive the way that the
Ooh.
Lord said. A lot of people got their own way. I forgive my way, my terms, and my time. If you the Bible says if you don't forgive,
Neither will the
he
Father forgive.
he that I think that's in that Bible, and that
Yeah, I think
it
that was
mean
in
that
there. I think.
that's
Yeah, I
in there
think so. I
somewhere,
think
and
so.
that
Yeah.
means that, and a lot of people are going to lose out because of that
Wow.
of untrue. I'm not talking about I forgave you for 30 days until I remembered again and picked it back up
Ooh
and
wee.
charged you all over again. Listen, true forgiveness comes from God. If you don't forgive, the only person that can take that out, you almost got to get in your mind. I want to be able to forgive and really mean it, like God does me.
Mm. But
I
hold
don't
on
need
now.
that. I
The
need
person really
miracles.
hurt you.
Yeah,
It really
yeah.
hurt you.
And some people been really hurt, and we'll preach it. How many times do we quote when it's going good, and we feel
Mm.
we just got blessed? Is there anything too hard for God?
Uh, right, right.
If
Wow.
God can do anything but fail.
Mm.
We don't ask with the intensity
Mm.
that we want to be blessed. We
All
ask for a
right.
miracle. Well, that's your miracle. That's the miracle that you need. You don't absolutely have to have a miracle. You just need the deliverance. Is is
Hmm.
is miraculous itself. That's a powerful thing. How miraculous deliverance is.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
That's oh my goodness. That's the when you couldn't do it, nobody could do it. But these people that are witness that God delivered me.
Wow.
It ain't millions, it ain't this, but the peace and the thing when those people were delivered from their ailments. When the guys were delivered from the man at the pool, the woman with the issue of blood, the woman that was bowled over, the 10 lepers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, the other stories, the man that got the eyes made, um and they still didn't want him to be believed in Jesus and give him his credit because he did
Wow.
it on the Sabbath.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
See, you did something against the church's rules and regulations.
Oh boy.
You went against the board.
Against the against the board,
You went
huh?
against the foundation of C.H. Mason and what he
Uh-oh.
said and believed. You
Uh-oh.
trespassed.
Uh-oh. Bring them before the General Assembly.
Yes, you went. Oh my God, you cursed him and blasphemed. They would tell you you
Wow.
blaspheme against Bishop Mason.
Mm.
Why they blaspheming against the Lord?
Bro. So what's your subject for Wednesday? So I can get
This
my
Wednesday,
I can get
we're
my
going to
little thumbnail
continue.
and everything.
I'm gonna go back over the clarification that might have missed it. We'll go back over briefly about last week. We talked about can you lose your salvation, and we'll
Oh
say
wow.
and we'll touch back on you can lose your soul, but not your salvation.
All right. So I get that together.
Yep. And then
I
I'm
get
gonna
that.
go into the plan of this is why you can't lose it because there's a plan that's given and a directive from God. It don't
Mm-hmm.
belong to you. It's something that you have to accept and accept in Christ, you accepting the benefit package, the plan of salvation.
Ooh. Yeah, Pastor Adams talked about the benefits and the
Yeah,
benefit package. Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
you accepting that because all the things, and people always going, all the promises are mine, and all
Mm-hmm.
this and that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but do they really realize a lot of things that they're saying and not saying?
Mm.
It's so much in that plan of salvation. You got, and I drove home. You got to endure. You got to
Mm.
to receive the benefit. You're gonna go through. You're gonna have to endure. That the word says that these are they that overcame him
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
by the blood of the Lamb
Yes, sir.
and the
Yes, sir.
words of their testimony. The blood that
Yes.
they shed, the words of their testimony is telling you that it alludes to something has been going on. Life
Mm.
has been going on. I've been struggling. I've been stricken. I've been afflicted. I've been all these things. And I got a testimony to tell you how I endured.
Mm. So
And so
what
we're
time? What
8
time?
o'clock, 8 o'clock
8
Wednesday. Yes, sir. We're
o'clock
gonna touch on
Wednesday.
we talked the series just started salvation and how important this is what it's all about. All the
All right.
revivals, all the offerings, all the meetings, all like the good stuff that we're giving prayer and Bible band, the instruction from Sunday school to the Sunday message, the Tuesday message, whenever every quote, every um, meme, every inspirational thing
Mm-hmm.
points to is
Mm.
built off that foundation of what it's all about. This is what it's all about. I don't think we discuss it enough or
Mm-hmm.
stay on it enough. We'll teach a message once and mention salvation. It's the plan of salvation. I gave you the right hand, fellowship. No, this needs to be dealt with and
Yes, sir.
understood so people can understand. We'll deal
Man.
with something and oh y'all ain't gonna get that. Y'all might miss it. You'll get that next week, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be able to break it down to what they say in layman's terms.
And so they can get it right now.
You have to understand what you're getting. I would teach this if I was starting a new converts class. This is what I would start off with.
Mm.
This is what it's about. It ain't
Interesting.
about the anniversaries. It ain't about all that other stuff. That's good and fine. But when it comes down to you personally,
Mm-hmm.
this is what you can benefit. This is where the mortality takes off. I take off mortality and put on immortality with Christ.
Mm-hmm.
This comes down to when we read about the book of Revelation, when we read about the people that stood, the number that no man can count, like you said, and
Mm-hmm.
John. And this is that your name in the book, and the books were open. If your name was
Mm-hmm.
not found in the Lamb book of life, perish you.
Mm.
This is what this is leading up to, and all everybody's leading up to is: are
Yes,
you
sir.
on that road? Are you
Yes, sir.
endeavoring? You're gonna go through. Expect to go through.
Mm.
Don't try to avoid going through. Let me read this to you. This is my message for tomorrow. And my I always put up something to encourage us.
Mm-hmm. All right, you frozen now, bro.
Oh,
There
I
we go.
cut you off. And
You
I
back.
went off. Let me see if I can put it in the little double screen thing here. But we live. I probably can't. Okay, and it says, I'll find it. And it says to, I'll put it up tomorrow. I'll put it up. But it
Yeah.
tells you uh, sometimes expect for it not to go right.
Mm.
Expect for it not to go your way. You're not doubting. You being real.
Mm-hmm.
And you accepting the will of God has balance.
Yes, sir. I talked about that tonight. Well, I prayed about that,
See?
that we will accept God knows just like as if it was a yes.
Yeah, that's good because, man, when God say no, that's a message right there.
It's protection, man. It could be protection. Yeah.
Man, God has said no, and it didn't feel like you ain't you you ain't. Now, God, I need what other second opinion is there but God?
Right.
God,
Right.
I need it. I need you can't do what the disciples with man it's impossible, but with God it's possible. God, I need
Mm-hmm.
this came from you
Yes,
because
sir.
when God says no,
Mm-hmm.
oh Lord, do you know how? What did
Yeah.
God tell Moses? Moses,
Mm-hmm. You
no.
can't go. You can't go.
David, guess what? This child is
No.
gonna die. Get up and stop praying to me about
Mm.
save this child because of
Mm.
the conception and the way it went. No,
No. You can't build a temple. No.
uh, no. The
Yeah.
children of Israel. But we going into no, you're not getting out of bondage right now. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
stay here, Jeremiah 29. You're gonna stay here 70 years.
Mm. You see, they missed that part though, bro.
They missed that because all they go to, I know the plans I have for you. They're good or not evil. But if they go to ever read 29 and 10,
Please
if
just
they ever
read.
read Jeremiah 29, 9 and 10, and when he gets it, and Jeremiah goes through and has to witness this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it got so bad he wrote a whole book about it, the book of
Man.
Lamentations.
Yeah.
That means
Yeah.
we lament and we're going through, and it got so bad on Jeremiah that he had to go come to the right, probably one of his greatest passages that it's by the Lord's mercies. I'm still alive, I'm still here, that we're not consumed.
Consume. Yes.
For his mercies are renewed how many times? Daily.
Man. Daily, every day.
So every day, the old mercy was good for that day, but the mercies of God towards us, the things, the benefits that God gives for are to be expected
Mm-hmm.
according to his will.
Yes, sir.
Not riches and glory in this one, but we're gonna
Uh-uh.
say
His
according to
will.
his will. And he showed them that listen, while y'all think that, like you said before, it's for protection. While y'all think y'all want to get out here and get from beyond the people of Babylon, you have something to eat.
Mm.
I'm protecting you from starving to death.
Wow.
That's why the people stayed in Egypt because with Joseph, remember Joseph,
Mm-hmm.
And when the famine was coming on, and he put that gold in his brother's backpacks,
Mm-hmm.
because God was preparing, because of him being in Egypt, that he provided that way. God was showing himself in a terrible way. He still provided for his people and preserved his nation and his people because they could have starved to death.
Yeah, man. I think I'm dealing with the second part of that story personally.
Yeah.
When
What
he
did
said
what
that when he
what did
said
he
that
tell them?
he said there was a pharaoh that knew not Joseph.
Didn't know him. Didn't care less about him. There was a new administration, a
that
new
knew.
pastor. Sorry,
There was
pastors.
one. There was one that knew not the chairman.
Didn't know him. Didn't want who? It was like the Lion King. You better not say Mufasa in here. You got that name. You better not say no more. Don't say
It's
Mufasa
stricken.
ever.
Ooh, Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa.
If anybody finds saying that, you gonna get it, man.
Oh
And
man,
that's where it's at. And when he tells them, the people got out in the wilderness with Moses. Moses, you brought us out here to die. Listen, we'd rather go back to Egypt because at least we had
hey,
something to eat.
had something to eat.
We at least knew what we were doing. But you, Moses, you brought us out here to die in this wilderness.
Hmm.
And
Wow.
it's just so much, man, that we have in this word. I know it sometimes gets kind of laborious and kind of, man. I just talked about that, and I just said that this is the most plagiarized book in the world.
Yes, sir. I believe that.
I've been seeking and asking God. It's hard to preach a different message every week.
Ooh, I've been going every night for the last 5 nights.
Yeah, that after a while, and you be like, man, okay, here I go. I know Joe gonna come out. I know he gonna get this. And the people, and you start thinking like the people, man.
Mhm.
Y'all tired of hearing this?
Man, but one thing though, bro, about YouTube, man, you got a different group on
You got a
all the
vast audience,
time.
yeah.
A
Because
vast audience, bro.
and that's why I was telling one of my friends. I said I'm gonna start doing a series, teaching in a series,
Hmm.
and they like a series on Sunday morning, and I'm like, yeah, you don't see it, but not you, but they didn't see it and understand it.
Uh-huh.
But then I drove by a church, Victorious Believers up here, and what they doing? They teaching on a series
Wow.
from something from unforgiveness to joy or something that's serious. Those
Hmm.
help preserve you, and the people can get something to look forward to for the next time. Take
Hmm.
notes,
Hmm.
build on that, and help them through the week, and go back and review it. And you just do a quick outline. Last week we ended with this, and we're picking up. We're picking
Hmm.
up today in no man's land or something. What do we do
Hmm.
next? Or you get some provocative thought because people want to be,
Hmm.
you know, they want to be taught. They want to learn.
Mm.
They want to
So
get something other than say, yeah,
yeah, tell your neighbor.
tell you now.
So I'm looking at the numbers just from this test because there was no SEO or anything put behind this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we right at about 1,000 people that then came by to check us out and see what we were
Tell
talking
you now.
about. Um, at the peak, we had 137 people on at one time. Uh,
That's not bad.
no, not that. Not for
That's a
just
preview, huh?
yeah. We just tested something out, just trying to see how this
Yeah,
worked. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah,
But
not
this is great, man. This is a great platform that you have. And I definitely pray for success. And I know it's going to even go further.
yes, sir.
This
Yes,
Derrick
sir.
Strickland Ministries, y'all,
Hey man, listen. I'm just
in
trying
the
to.
making.
I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to you about some stuff offline
Yeah,
one day.
this
But
man has a lot of knowledge, y'all. You look out.
man, listen, man. By the grace of God, and if He say the same, we gonna do some
That's right.
things.
That's what it is.
If He say the same,
Listen, he's proud enough to be humble.
hey,
I don't know what y'all talking about.
proud enough to be humble. Ooh wee, man. I ain't had no choice but to be humble, man. The way I came up.
Um, Man, I'm telling you, we went through. Listen, when they talk about the village, nah, we concerned about the audience. Shoot.
Yes, sir. So, brother, I'm gonna hop off, man, and
Okay, man. I
at
appreciate this,
least
man.
at
It's
least I know
always good.
we know how to do it now.
Well, you
And
know how to do it.
for anybody,
Yes,
this
sir.
is gonna be deleted. I'm not gonna leave it. It's not ready. But um, anybody
Man,
that's watching now,
this is
huh?
freestyle off the top of the head. You know
You,
that
I
they
probably
say.
should keep it up. I probably should
You
keep it
should
up. I
keep it
think
up, man.
I
As
should
an
keep it
intro,
up.
this was just a test.
All right, I
Yeah,
keep
this
it
is
up.
just a test. Yeah, man, that's what
Let me
you
see
remember a
how.
lot of books and people and songwriters said the song they was about to throw away and didn't want to hear,
Uh
they
huh.
kept it
That's
and
the
it
one that
became
went.
their greatest hit. Yeah,
Got you.
it's the stuff that like this was unplanned and
Let me
it
see.
just make it real.
That's what it looked like.
The algorithm, look at that. The peak at 10:15.
Yeah.
Of course, people it's getting later and people are winding, but hey,
Oh
it's
yeah.
up it's up because if you miss this, you didn't miss this because you can go back and look back on
Yep. We can go back and look back on it, man. And all right. So listen up, everybody. For anybody that may be watching this on a replay, Wednesday at 8 p.m.
it. 8 p.m. The word within the word
The
is what it's
word
called.
within the word
Yes,
with
sir.
Elder Richard Brooks, the
Yes, sir.
Archbishop.
Oh, so we just lost
No,
900 views.
no, that's my brother. We play like that, but no, for real. Meet us back Wednesday, 8 p.m. The Word Within the
8 p.m.
Word with Elder Richard Brooks, and we're going to be talking about can you lose your salvation? I know that's
Yes.
been on y'all mind. You're like, can I really lose it? I hear people
Yes.
saying you can get in and you can get out as fast as you get in, and you
Mm-hmm.
better not do this and you better not do
Yeah.
that. Tune
And
in
my
Wednesday
favorite,
night.
once saved, always saved. The Calvinists. Do the
Mm-hmm.
research. Bring questions. Bring scripture that support your thought. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
that's the challenge. And it's nothing about we ain't worried about wrong answers. We're here to learn.
Yes, sir.
There ain't no wrong answers. We're trying to learn, and it takes more than one word to make a sentence. So let's get
Hey.
involved.
All right then,
Yes,
bro.
sir. All
I'll
right,
holler
man.
at you. All right.
All right.
Peace.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.